Hey, this is Tom Donnie. We're going to talk to Murray McGuire. Murray is a longtime friend, actually helped teach me how to build two-stroke cranks way back when I was in college. He helped me out, did some cranks for us back when I was just a young whippersnapper in college, and he was actually an older student going to college at the time. But he's been around drag cars and race cars his entire life, and worked for us for probably about 15, 20 years. And him and Dave Estlin did all the repair work on Black Sabbath after it was wrecked. And I just kind of wanted Murray to talk a little bit about the wreck and the strength of the car. So if you can, you said you've been going, at the Humboldt County Dragway, you were the first guy on the track back in 1963?
That's right.
So you've seen a few wrecks up there through your time?
Probably half a dozen different ones.
Half a dozen different ones, yeah. So how was Black Sabbath when it went down?
It was destroyed.
Destroyed.
The front suspension was tore out of it. Sheet metal was all gone off the front end. It was.
How was it to watch it? Because you saw it.
It was terrible. I was standing on the starting line watching him, and I seen it turn. He started drifting towards the center line, and he cranked the wheel to the right, and the car turned very sharply, and all I seen was the frame, and it was about 5 feet off the ground. And I thought, oh no, and I was heading for the cornfield, and that's where it landed. It was way out in the field. He was out of the car when I had my four-wheeler there, and I was the first one down there.
Yeah, I remember myself and his wife Brittany, we ran down, and it's hard to believe an old fat guy like me could beat a young gal that was in shape, but I actually beat her to the
He was already out of the car standing there. He was a little wobbly, wondering what happened, but I mean, the roll cage was not damaged at all in any way, shape, or form. The car was literally destroyed. We had to get the guys to pick up in a log chain just to pull it out of the field, and it probably took a dozen of us to push it in Tom's enclosed trailer.
With the winch pulling too?
With the winch pulling, because there was no front end underneath of it, and the tires were flat on the back.
Yeah, it was just all twisted. I mean, everything was bent and folded.
We brought it home, put it in the shop over there, and I went over and looked at it, checked it a little bit, and I said, well, the frame's bent a little bit, Tom. I said, but I can straighten that for you. How are you gonna do that? I said, I got the stuff, I'll bring it out, and we'll straighten the frame and go from there, which we did. I had to remake these two top bars because they were both twisted out of shape, but all the front suspension was torn off of it. Tom had to buy everything new. That was really expensive. Probably the most expensive part of the whole build.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And we just started. I cut the rolled over body right here at the cowl. This is the original firewall that was in the rollover. And Tom had this body, and we just cut off. It didn't look like a race car.
You said something about the metal around the windshield when we cut the original body off.
I cut the rolled over roof off so we could get in there to get at stuff. And all of this is like double windshield posts all the way back. It's got its own roll bar built in it.
So the combination of the cage in the car and the strength of the Saab body is probably what saved Nate in that wreck.
Unbelievable how strong it is.
Yeah.
How hard it wrecked. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, the strength of these bodies, even the thickness of the metal they use, the gauge of the metal, yeah. It's just,
I mean, you can weld out with a wire welder and not even warp it. It's that thick.
Yeah, we were really amazed at the integrity of the roll cage, but then we realized that what really saved everything was the superior strength of the Saab designed body and the Swedish steel. It was just amazing that as bad as that wreck was, and there's a video on the website with this thing going sideways and up in the air and digging and dirt fly. I just remember dirt flying. That's
yeah, there was a lot of dirt flying.
When he hit that cornfield, man, the dirt went everywhere. He landed, I think, on this right front corner. And just amazing, the rigidity and the strength that these bullnoses and the long nose cars have in them. And you said something about the rocker panel. They're down here on the rockers that you were cutting.
The rocker panel was bent in. It still is. I had 2 quarter powers, and I could not move the rocker panel. I was bending Tom's square tubing frame. And I never did get the rocker panel out. If you look close at the bottom of the door, it's still bent in.
Still bent in a little bit.